Alright, so we're back in the world of Diablo 4, and today guys, I'm going to be quickly breaking down information on the upcoming expansion for Diablo 4, the Lord of Hatred, which is set to launch on May the 27th. This update is set to introduce 2 new classes, a massive rework to both the endgame, as well as all the classes, a ton of quality of life changes, and more story beats for the game. This is supposed to be a pretty big one for Diablo 4. I'm going to be breaking everything down you need to know in this video, so you know exactly what to expect with this pretty massive update. I don't want to waste any more time. Let's dive on into the information. Alright, so first off, I'm going to be giving you a TLDR breakdown of what to expect from the patch. First off, there will be new story elements which should conclude the base story as well as the expansion. You'll be going to the ancient civilization of humanity, Scovos, which introduced new map and a new area. In addition to this, we're going to be getting the Paladin as well as the Warlock. The Paladin is a holy melee fighter that is actually available now if you pre-ordered, and it's a really good for team buffing and just like holy magic. The Warlock is a good mixture between the sorceress and necromancer with summons and magical power, high mobility, and just looks really awesome. On top of that, character classes are being completely reworked with a bigger emphasis on skills getting more passives than them being scattered around the tree. The endgame is also seeing some big changes with additions of the Talisman system, which will have 4 set rarities, which will provide the player with the ability to get certain set affixes or stats to open up build possibilities. We're also getting some changes to the boss arena in which it will require a key to enter rather than weird items. The Horadric Cube is making a return, unlocking insane levels of customization and crafting options for gear and weapons. The endgame is also getting a rework in structure with Warplans. Warplans will give you the option to select the game mode you actually prefer, give you the ability to earn extra rewards for doing what you prefer, and it will also have passive skill tree alongside it, all in one convenient menu. That's pretty much the TLDR breakdown of everything. Now, if that's all you came here for, go ahead and shut down the video. I want to make sure to be respectful of your time. With that in mind though, if you want a little bit more information or in-depth breakdown, we will continue on in the video. Thank you for anyone who did stop by, and let's continue. So first, let's talk about the classes, because I think this is one of the most important parts of Diablo or any ARPG when a new class is introduced. So for those who are not aware, there's going to be a Paladin and a Warlock. You can actually play the Paladin now if you pre-ordered the Lord of the Hatred expansion. You could have been playing it for a while now. I think I've been playing it for a month now. So you could play it, the Paladin. Just to briefly describe my impressions of it, it's a holy character that can actually heal pretty okay. He's a very solid offensive character, really solid defense. I don't think he's the best defensive character I played, but I'm kind of bad at the game now. He's really cool. I think aesthetically one of the coolest characters I played, and overall probably one of the best characters I played in a very long time. Now I will say, expect some of the skills that you're seeing in this footage, because I'm playing like the older version, to be a bit different. But as far as the Paladin goes, the Paladin is a really cool class. Something I would say probably my second favorite class in the game is melee, is range. It has good mobility, really cool spells, good utility, really good team play. I just love the class. It's going to be something you probably going to enjoy if you played Paladin in the past. They've done a very good job on this one. But I will want to talk about the next one, which is the Warlock. This is going to be the newer class coming to the game. And from what people have said, because I haven't played it, I haven't had the opportunity to jump in ahead of launch or anything like that, it's a good mixture between, or maybe closer to a midpoint between a necromancer and a sorceress, but also you actually have a pretty intense amount of mobility, which is really nice. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are seeing some footage, because I'm showing some other person's footage of it. It's pretty mobile compared to a lot of the modern classes, which is kind of important. You know, they really wanted to make sure that this class felt very fun, felt fast. I mean, it's an ARPG. I don't think most classes should be as slow as a lot of the Diablo 4 classes are these days. I want to talk a little bit more about the Warlock, but if I'm being completely honest, I have not played it, so I don't know what to expect from it. You can probably see a gameplay of it. I've heard a lot of positive things about it, but yeah, we will have to see once the Warlock comes out. Probably won't be playing it myself personally because I'm a barbarian main, but yeah, that's what to expect. Now, with that in mind, they are going to be making some changes on how classes work, and this is arguably, in my opinion, the most important part of the update, at least for me personally. They're going to be reworking the tree so that, and you'll probably be seeing in the background, that there's significantly more choice specifically to the skills. So if you look at the tree now, a lot of the nodes from the very bottom where you had to pick these like random passives, or on the right or left, whatever the case is, are gone. A lot of the skills or the passives and different things are tied specifically to the skill. So the focus of the game has shifted from giving you a bunch of random passives that, in my opinion, I felt like a lot of players just picked and chose pretty much the same things constantly, season in and season out, They gave you significantly more choice on the actual skills themselves so that players can tailor their builds a lot more. I think this is a very big change and arguably the biggest for Diablo 4 in my opinion. I think this is going to be good. From what I can tell, every single class is going to be reworked in this way. So expect to see hopefully a lot more build diversity and build changes when Diablo 4 new update actually comes out on the 27th. Next, we need to talk about the story, and basically the new expansion is going to be taking place in Skilvos, the ancestral home of humanity, which aesthetically is going to be significantly different than what we've seen in previous games. If I had to like make a comparison, it reminds me of Titan Quest a bit, and if you've ever played Lost Ark, there's a lot of maps that's reminiscent of this like art style, which is really cool. We've been seeing a lot of like forest, swamps. I think in the last update it was like jungle for like Mephisto because you were in Karos and things like that. This one is more of like an ancient, I don't know, like ancient Greek or Rome look to it. It's really awesome. So we're going to be taking place there. I actually don't know too much about the lore of the game, but yeah, we're going to be taking place in Skilvos, which is going to have a completely different aesthetic, which is actually kind of refreshing. I want to face somewhere else other than like mud flats and stuff. I think it's really nice. When it comes down to it, it does look like this is going to be wrapping up the story of both the Vessel of Hatred, Lord of Hatred, just like the base game and all the expansions. And you'll be able to actually start from Lord of Hatred and then move on from there. Of course, if you are someone who's new jumping into Diablo 4, I would highly recommend just playing from the base game. I thought the story was pretty good overall, so it would definitely be worth it in my opinion to start from the beginning. But yeah, you can jump right into the Lord of Hatred if you've already completed some of the campaign beats. I'll be doing that myself. Now, I did want to talk a little bit more about the changes, or at least the rework systems, a little bit more in depth. As I said a second ago, you are going to have significant changes on the skill tree, which is important. One thing I did not mention was there's going to be a level cap increase. So max level will be 70 base, so there will be a level cap increase. One of the coolest and in my opinion most interesting systems that's going to be added are the seal system. The way seal system is going to work, there's going to be one of 4 different seals with different rarity that's going to have different effects on them. They're actually going to be able to slot up to 6 of them into your seal slots, or whatever it's going to be called at this time. And essentially what this actually does is it's going to make it so that, let's say for example, you want to use a legendary glove set or something, and you already have a really solid glove. You in theory can take aspects of that seal and put it into that seal system, and you can actually get set bonuses from those things. And essentially what the system does is it opens up more opportunities. It makes it so that other sets don't become less valuable, because obviously you can get parts of other sets that makes your build a lot better. In my opinion, this may be a little bit power creepy, but there is going to be a lot of power. I mean, honestly, I like a lot of power on my character anyway, but it's going to be a lot more options. I'm super excited to actually explore this system on the Barbarian. So yeah, we'll have a new seal system. Now, making its return is the Horadric Cube. This one is a big one, and it's going to be sometime near the end of the campaign. You should see this. This is supposed to be adding astronomical amount of crafting options. You'll be able to add affixes, reroll affixes, transfigure items, add unique power rerolls, just do a ton of different things. It's supposed to be one of the biggest customization systems added to Diablo 4 in a very long time. And yeah, from what I've seen of it, it looks pretty damn amazing. So we're going to get the Horadric Cube near the end of the campaign. And again, this is going to be big for customization. Hopefully this doesn't overwhelm players, if I'm being honest, but I think it's healthy. I love systems like this. Now, talking about a little bit more in-game stuff, and this is more specific to the in-game, like doing different things like nightmare dungeons or pits and things like that. The system is being completely reworked in a extremely positive way. This is probably one of the best parts of this whole entire update. And this is going to be called Warplans. And how Warplans essentially work is you're going to have a playlist of different in-game systems that currently exist. It's going to be in one menu, and you'll be able to tailor how you want to approach each of the missions, which will give you different kind of rewards as you do a playlist of missions. In addition to this, on the right side, you'll have access to passive skills that you can allocate into these things, so you can get extra bonuses or tailor your playstyle specifically. Now, this isn't introducing any new in-game mechanics from what I can tell. I could be wrong. I don't think it's introducing any form of new in-game. What it is doing is making it a little bit more easier to like it's more structured better, it's more tailorable. You can actually play the way you want to play, which is big. I think that's really nice. You'll get rewards whenever you complete these things, and then you can go and play different modes and kind of tailor that playstyle if you get bored of it. This is really big. I love the system, and that's a big update coming to the game. For the bosses, They are actually making changes on the boss layers as well. Previously, you had to find a bunch of random material, hearts and flowers and other dumb crap that I really hated. In this update, it's going to be centered around keys. It's going to be much more simplistic. As someone who really do like complicated games and things like that, not everything needs to be complicated. I like simple systems like this. You find a key for certain bosses, you go fight the bosses for the key, with the key. Very simple to the point. I think that's a really big change, so I'm a fan of that. With that, that's pretty much all you need to know about the update. As I said at the very beginning of this video, while, you know, I'm always critical of Diablo 4, I've been very critical of this game for years. I think this is probably one of the best like changes or updates coming to the game. Yes, I would like to see more in-game systems, but I think what they're doing is better. Reworking the classes, adding more customization to the classes, more customizations to the character, kind of making the in-game a little bit more in line and make it easier to like for direction, because a lot of new players are going to be playing, they don't know what they're doing. Like, these are really positive changes. Maybe in the next update they add a lot more like actual content, but for what it is, I think this is a massive update. I think it's good. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Are you going to be jumping in and playing the Lord of Hatred? And if so, what class are you jumping in and playing? Personally, I'm going to be playing Barbarian, so it's going to be really fun. If you do want to stop by and check out the stream, I'm going to be streaming live here on YouTube as well as Twitch, because, you know, I got to represent for the Barbarian mains. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop me a like as well as subscribe. It helps support the channel in a very big way, and it costs you nothing, and it keeps you up to date on all things action RPGs. Thank you guys as always for being here. My name is Fervor, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.